All right, so I'm here with Jane Hedengren, NXN champion. She just set the course record in 16:32. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me on.
Of course. Okay, so you just won NXN 16:32, set a new course record. So going into NXN, that was your first time, right?
Yes,
First,
yeah,
okay.
first time checking out the course and such, so I had a great time.
So did that add any extra nerves or anything like that, being your first time there?
Not really. I mean, I've been the past 2 years to cheer actually.
Oh,
So I had been on Glenderbury Golf Course the past few years, and that was really cool to see the past winners and the past races and how they were run and such. Um, but yeah, no, not too much extra pressure. Just, I mean, it was a great opportunity to see the course the day before on our run through, and I could check everything out then, and I felt ready and prepared.
so you knew the course pretty well. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of took the lead pretty early, which kind of surprised a lot of people. So was that kind of your plan going into it? And then did you know the course record? Was that kind of something that you were targeting during the race?
Yeah, great question. So initially, no, I was not planning on going out that fast. Neither was I planning on going out that fast at NXR. Well, I shouldn't say going out that fast. Maybe I should. I wasn't planning on gapping the field that early. But I just want to go out strong and give it my best effort on the day. And I was definitely aware of how the race had been run in the past, with sometimes girls going out a bit hot and then coming back to the pack, and not having the strongest finish. So I was just trying to stay patient through the first couple Ks and then um, kind of work my way through. So I was surprised to find myself in the front pretty early on. But after about 2K, I just realized that they weren't going to be coming back to me today, and that's okay. And then that's when I really tried to open up my gap. Yeah, so it wasn't my initial plan, but I like to be
Hmm.
kind of a malleable racer and adapt. So yeah, always happy to compete.
Hmm. When in that race did you realize like, oh, this is my race, like I'm gonna win?
I don't know if I really realized that at all, but I definitely knew that I was feeling strong. And I felt really prepared, honestly, even just a couple days leading up to the race. I was ready to go. Um, and so, yeah, I was just really excited. And during the race, um, I was just feeling strong, kept trying to pull away as best I could. And I think the one moment I maybe knew that I had it in me for that day was around like a kilometer left, because I had seen that I had formed a pretty large gap at that point, and I was still feeling really good and strong. And so it felt like a victory lap coming home that last like 800 meters or so.
And then what was your like initial thought as you crossed the line and you realized like you finally won? And what was your thoughts then?
Yeah, it was just super surreal. First time ever racing at NXN, and I just had a blast. Like during the race, the whole experience, Nike did such a great job of hosting us. So it was just really grateful for the opportunity to be healthy and being able to compete on the day.
Um, so at the NXR Southwest Regional, you set the high school 5K national record. What does it mean to you to hold that record? And then did you expect to set the record going into the race?
I did not. I didn't know the record. But I definitely knew that that course was fast, very flat, nice golf course to run on, and beautiful weather, no wind, with great competition. So, anything can happen, in cross country races. So, was just trying to keep an open mind, full of belief, and go out and hit a hard effort. I really like to focus on that in races, not the competition is fantastic and I love competition and being able to really push each other to see what we're capable of. But at the end of the day, I'm really focused on my own effort and maximizing that on the day because that's all anyone can really ask for. So I just wanted to come away with a really solid racing effort before NXN, getting used to running in a competitive field and just enjoying my time out there and hopefully spreading some kindness and love as well.
Awesome. So kind of looking ahead at track season, what are some things you hope to accomplish there, and are more national records on the table?
Yeah, so I'm excited for track. Obviously, my goals are kind of aimed more towards college and hopefully having a great college career. So that means my underlying goals for this track season are to stay healthy and consistent so I can set myself up for a great career in college. But I think I can do that, and I think I can stay healthy. And I'm not sure what will happen with that consistency because I've never like had a full healthy cross season. So this will be really interesting to see how a good like fall base will translate into some track times. But I'm really looking forward to the opportunity again to compete and to hopefully build in my resilience and strength and such. And hoping to run some fast times. But that's kind of would just be a side product of like of my overall goal is to stay healthy. So if I can run some fast times, great. If not, I'll run them in college. So just wait until then.
Yeah. So talking a little bit about your college. So you're committed to BYU. Your brother goes there, is really close to where you live, and your dad works there too, right?
Yes,
So
yeah.
was that kind of the only place you looked at when looking at colleges? Did you look at anywhere else? How did that process kind of go for you?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, I definitely looked at other colleges, had some awesome visits, and it was really amazing to just check out different universities and see what I really value in a school and program and team. And so that was very eye opening taking visits. I really recommend for anyone looking into recruiting and what college they might want to go to in the future. Take your visits. It can give so much insight into the program and how the team interacts and what the coach is like. So yeah, those were very eye opening. But after I took some visits, I just really love BYU. I love the area. I would love to be teammates with my brother once again. We had a year together in high school, which was so fun. So yeah, I'm really excited to run with him again. And the team at BYU is incredible. The girls are amazing. Such great people, great staff and coaching. So I'm really looking forward to my time there. I feel like there's a lot of parallels between what the team is doing already within training and what I have like what my training plan has looked like in high school. So I'm hoping it will be a smooth transition. And then yeah, just really looking forward to my time there and building relationships.
And so, kind of looking at it, they have some really good current success. They won nationals on the men and women's side. Does that, in any sort of way, motivate you and put any ideas in your head of some things you want to accomplish while you're there?
Yeah, I mean it was so inspiring. I We watched that race at the morning of NXR actually, so that was so great to see. But yeah, I mean it's inspiring, right? I'm excited to be part of this sisterhood and join that crew that's already had so much success already, and just such a historic program. So I'm really looking forward to my time there, and um, hopefully we can chase some more big goals as a team as well.
Awesome. So, what does a typical training schedule look like for you right now? And then, how does it differ from track season and cross country season?
Hmm. Yeah, so right now I am currently in building back up. I took a break after NXN and now I'm kind of in my winter base training. So I'm hoping that this winter might look like mileage around uh, 47 to 53 a week with some supplemental cross training. And then as base training goes, just a lot of threshold and some hills and um, some speed development actually as well. We're gonna work a little bit more on that and on my mechanics,
Hmm.
with just short sprints and strides, really focusing in on that, so I can hopefully start to build a great kick and some speed for track. Um, but yeah, cross country was somewhat similar. Obviously, some more VO2 max work. No, some VO2 work and some interval training. Um, but yeah, kind of staying around the same mileage for this last cross season, around like 45, so a little bit lower. And then, yeah, this track season, just hopefully building mileage up a little bit more as I try to do every season.
Hmm.
Again, setting me up for a good college career and a good transition.
Awesome. Um, and so, you have some pretty good, big accomplishments in high school. So there's probably a lot of young athletes that kind of look up to you. Who's somebody that you look up to and you kind of want to model yourself after, as far
Mm,
as your running?
that's a great question. I My dad ran for BYU actually, and he is a huge inspiration to me. He actually currently like runs a nonprofit middle school group that he started because I didn't have a training group in middle school because my team kind of got shut down. So he still runs that to this day, and it just inspires me how much patience he has with those kids, and how he's like in his late 40s and is still doing 60 miles a week and has been for years. So yeah, he's just amazing. So definitely a big inspiration to me, and his hard work and dedication that he had in college and in getting his PhD and like lots of schooling, but he would still like train hard, and like his time management was incredible. So, yeah, definitely a huge inspiration.
Yeah, sounds like a good role model. So let's play kind of kind of a game reflecting on your high school or your time in high school, since you kind of only got a couple more months left. So it'd be kind of rapid fire. I'll give you kind of a question and you kind of give an answer of your favorite thing or something like that. Um,
Awesome.
so what was your favorite race?
Ooh, I think my favorite race has been the Brooks PR meet, my sophomore year, because that was kind of my coming out party and my name on the national stage. So that race was so exciting, so affirming, and kind of set myself up for what has been somewhat of a solid career in my high school days. So,
Okay. Favorite or most memorable workout?
ooh. Probably we have a loop around like an 800 loop, so probably some for cross. We do that quite a bit, like 6 by 800.
Best memory with your team?
Ooh. Occasionally we'll go up to our state course to run a workout, so that's really fun to take the bus up, and just so many memories. Such a great group of kids. So,
Favorite place for workouts?
hmm, probably the track.
The track.
Yeah.
Favorite team tradition?
We have team dinners often. Those are so fun.
And then biggest thing you'll miss after you graduate.
Hmm. Probably again just the relationships. Relationships are so important to me. So relationships on my team with my coach. Obviously I'll still keep in touch, but it's nice to have that close proximity every day to be working close to
Hmm.
one
Yep.
another. So.
Okay, and then put out an Instagram story yesterday, so people could put in some questions. Looks like we got about five, so I'll ask you some of those, and then that's all I have for you. So the first one, was there a moment in your career that you may not have wanted to be running or didn't were unmotivated for running?
Yes, yeah. There after Brooks, I feel like that it was amazing that I was able to do so well, but I feel like I was putting a lot of work in that track season, with not enough balance in my life. So that was a fantastic opportunity once it was all done and I had some downtime and was working with a sports psychologist, to reflect and kind of figure out a path that was more sustainable, because I was feeling pretty burnt out after that sophomore year. track season. And so that was great going forward. I have some tools in my box to make sure I'm happy and having some balance. So
Mhm. Are you going to run a 5K on the track this year?
I that is a fantastic question. I'm hoping I can. Yeah. So I'm not exactly sure where that will be, but I would love to do a 5K on the track.
So do you have a goal in mind for what you want to run if you run a 5K on the track?
Me and my coach will probably evaluate like just right before the race and see where I'm at within training and such. But I would love to break the national record in the 5K, and I think I can do that.
Mhm. What's your typical day in the life?
Ooh, as a student athlete, waking up, sometimes I'll have a cross train double in the morning, and then going from school from like 9 to about 2:30. And then practice, running up at practice, either a workout or easy run. Coming home, and then it just depends, sort of like I guess the training for the day, but sometimes I'll have a lift. Um, or I'll go to the sauna to get some recovery. And then also as well, just homework and really prioritizing my schoolwork, and then some time with family as well or with friends. So,
Okay. What's your favorite school subject?
ooh, I love learning about the anatomy and physiology of the body because it's just so fascinating to me. But I also this year have loved calculus because it pushes me and it's super interesting.
What altitude do you train at?
About 4,500.
Okay. And then the last one, what is your shoe rotation?
Ooh, that's a great question. So for easy days, I love the Vomeros, Nike Vomeros. I also love the Pegasus 41s, and I have been trying out the Structure 25s, and I've loved those as well. So those are kind of my easy day rotations. And then for workouts, I will go for the Alpha Fly ones or the Vaporfly twos, I believe. But yeah, those are kind of my go tos.
All right. So that's all the questions we had. Thank you so much for making time for this. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.